The roar of the military transport plane intensified as it cut through the sky. Inside stood a tall, handsome, broad-shouldered man in his mid-30s. He peered through the open jump door at the rushing clouds, catching glimpses of the terrain below through the shifting mist. The jumpmaster's voice rose above the engine noise. "Check your gear, officer, and prepare to jump." Adam quickly inspected his parachute and smiled. The jumpmaster continued. "Pull the cord at a count of 1010. The longer you wait, the greater the danger. Do you copy?" Adam flashed a victory sign with his index and middle fingers. "What is the absolute maximum limit for the pull?" The jumpmaster furrowed his brow. "Around a count of 1017, but every second past 10 is a gamble with death. Why do you ask?" Adam offered a mysterious smile, but left the question unanswered. "Ready, jump!" Without a second of hesitation, Adam leapt. His body soared through the void as he counted 1001, 1002. The jumpmaster watched from the door in awe. "What a brave man! He didn't hesitate for a second. He surpasses our best. But what is this madman doing?" Adam continued to fall. 1015, 1016, 1017. Only then did he pull the cord. The parachute snapped open with a violent jerk, slowing his descent just in time. He maneuvered the lines with precision, his boots touching down exactly in the center of the white circle marked on the airfield. Watching from a distance were General Robert Sullivan, commander of the Air Force and the director of intelligence. "Incredible," the general remarked. "Is he this proficient in every other field?" "Would it surprise you to know he only learned to skydive a week ago?" the director replied. "Impossible. He handled that like a veteran." The director smiled. "That is his gift. He learns at an impossible speed." Adam approached and gave a sharp military salute. "General Robert Sullivan, commander of the Air Force," the director said by way of introduction. "A pleasure, sir. At your service," Adam replied. "The director tells me you are a master of all weapons and combat arts," the general said. "That is correct, sir, along with communications and 6 languages," Adam said with practiced seriousness. "I thought men like you only existed in spy novels." "We thought so too," the director laughed, "until Adam Smith joined the department. He is our only R1. 30 minutes later, Adam entered the commander's office. He was now wearing an elegant blue suit and a gray tie, his hair perfectly combed, and his shoes polished to a mirror shine. "Sit down, Lieutenant Colonel," the director said. "The Air Force needs our help on a high-stakes mission. General Sullivan, the floor is yours." The general handed a photograph to Adam. "This is James Sterling, one of our top aviation scientists. He was secretly developing a revolutionary aircraft. While attending a conference in Paris, he vanished despite heavy security." Surprise flickered in Adam's eyes for a moment before his expression turned back to stone. "Is it possible he was smuggled out of the country?" "Unlikely," the general replied. "We've locked down every airport and road in coordination with the French authorities." "What about a diplomatic container?" Adam asked. "We X-rayed every box leaving Paris large enough to hold a human being. Nothing. He is still in the city." "Then he's being held somewhere in Paris," Adam concluded. "Precisely. Your mission is to find him and bring him back alive. Or..." The general trailed off. The order was understood. James Sterling was too dangerous to be left in enemy hands. If rescue was impossible, he had to be neutralized. "You leave tomorrow at 07, the director added. "You'll be staying in the same hotel room Sterling occupied, and you'll have a partner, Lieutenant Sarah Jenkins. She's the first woman to join our field operations." Adam's jaw tightened. "With all due respect, sir, I work alone. A partner, especially a woman, is a liability I don't need on a mission this sensitive." "It's an order, Lieutenant Colonel," the director said firmly. Adam gritted his teeth. "Understood, sir. Permission to be excused." Once the door closed, the director turned to the general. "That's his one flaw. He doesn't trust females in the field." Adam drove home in a foul mood. "I'll just give her menial tasks until she quits," he thought. That night, he packed a single suitcase, hiding a specialized wooden gearbox beneath his clothes. He lay awake until 1 a.m., analyzing the hotel security.
How did they get a high-value target out of a secure hotel? He finally drifted off, muttering, Adam Smith with a partner. What a joke.
On the flight to Paris, Adam scanned the cabin for his new partner, imagining a stern, plain-looking woman. Finding no such person, he took his seat. Shortly after, the woman next to him whispered, "So, you're R1. You're exactly how I pictured you." Adam turned, surprised to find a stunning brunette with dark, intelligent eyes. "So it's you," he muttered. "Lieutenant Sarah Jenkins. I'll be checking in as Sarah Sterling, the scientist's daughter. It gives me a reason to ask questions the police can't. It also puts a target on your back," Adam noted dryly. "It's the job," she said. "And don't look down on me, Smith. I'm just as capable as you." "You lack the ruthlessness this job demands," Adam countered. "Women always do." "Ruthlessness isn't a virtue," she replied, turning to the window. "No," Adam admitted quietly, "but sometimes it's a necessity." At the Plaza Hotel in Paris, Adam checked in as a businessman. Sarah followed shortly after, playing the role of the distraught daughter. As Adam walked toward the elevators, Sarah's voice rang out through the lobby. "Adam, wait! Didn't you promise to take me to the Eiffel Tower today?" Adam pulled the car to a stop at the Eiffel Tower, barely containing his anger. "What was that? We agreed to remain disconnected!"
A man was watching us in the lobby, a large, bald man who was also on our flight. If I hadn't made a connection, our talking on the plane would have looked like a conspiracy. Now we're just two people who met on a flight.
Adam was silent. Her logic was flawless. "Fine. Let's play the part." On the observation deck, Adam's instincts flared. He shoved Sarah to the floor. "Get down!" The whistle of a suppressed shot cut the air. Two assassins closed in. Adam moved like a blur. He disarmed the first with a roundhouse kick, dropped the second with a precise strike to the carotid artery. He grabbed Sarah and pulled her toward the lift.
How did you know?
She panted. "The sound of a 9mm being chambered. You don't forget it,"
Impressive.
she admitted. "Work on your reaction time, Lieutenant," he replied. Back at the hotel, he stood outside her door. "Stay inside. 3 knocks is the signal. Don't open for anyone else." In his own room, he opened the wooden box, strapped on a heavy-duty sidearm. "Great. Now I'm a bodyguard, too." A small, mysterious smile tugged at his lips. He stepped back out into the Parisian night. After a short while, Sarah stood admiring Paris, the city of art and beauty, from the top of the Eiffel Tower. The wind brushed past her as she took in the endless skyline. "Adam, this view is so beautiful. I never imagined Paris would look this breathtaking from the top of the Eiffel Tower." Adam ignored her remark, his focus fixed elsewhere. "I think that massive bald guy is the first real clue that will lead us to Sterling." Sarah nodded slowly, her expression hardening as the mission returned to her mind. "Yes, I'm sure that man is connected to Sterling's disappearance. He was staring at us intently the moment he heard the name I used at the hotel." Adam leaned his palm against the cold metal railing of the upper balcony and surveyed the city below. "This situation changes everything. We need a new strategy based on what we now know about each other and our enemy."
The ambush. Adam's instincts flared without warning. He shoved Sarah aside and lunged in the opposite direction. "Adam, watch out!" Sarah hit the ground hard, stunned by the sudden force. A strange whistling sound cut through the air inches from her ear. When she turned, Adam was already moving toward 2 men, both armed with suppressed handguns. Adam leapt forward, knocking one attacker's weapon away with a crushing kick. The instant his boots hit the deck, he charged the second man. One precise punch dropped him, sending the pistol skidding across the floor. Sarah could only watch as Adam moved with terrifying speed and control. He delivered a rapid series of blows to the first assassin's face. The second scrambled desperately for his fallen weapon. Before the man could reach it, Adam was already on him. One hard strike to the base of the neck ended the struggle instantly. Adam seized Sarah by the wrist and pulled her toward the elevator. "How did you know they were behind us?" Adam, pushing her into the elevator. "I never mistake the sound of a 9mm pistol being chambered. Your reaction time is impressive, Lieutenant. And yours is inadequate, Lieutenant."
The elevator reached the ground floor. Adam hurried to the parked Porsche and pushed Sarah inside, then slid behind the wheel and sped off. As he maneuvered through the Parisian streets, he kept his eyes on the road ahead and said, They came for us because they believe you are the daughter of the scientist, and everyone at the hotel heard you announce we were going to the Eiffel Tower. But why? Why would they risk such a public attack? Adam didn't answer until they reached the hotel. He walked her to her door and gave his final instructions. Stay in your room and don't leave until I knock 3 times. Don't open the door to anyone else, no matter the reason. Adam went up to his own suite. He opened his suitcase and carefully retrieved the small wooden box. Inside was a heavy-duty pistol and a shoulder holster. He secured the weapon under his left arm, muttering to himself. I don't like carrying weapons, but it seems we are dealing with villains who have no regard for propriety. He leaned back on his bed for a moment, his mind racing through the tactical requirements of the case. I have to find a fake mission to keep Sarah out of danger. This girl is making things more difficult now. Her protection has been added to my responsibilities. Damn it, if I spend all my time worrying about her safety, I won't have enough time to find Sterling.
Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to get all the new episodes.